extensive use of your headphones could destroy your hearing. When Dave Russell, the CEO and founder of PuroPro Sound Labs, learned that his own daughter had damaged her hearing by listening to loud music on her headphones, he also discovered that this is a widespread issue. According to the World Health Organization, over 1 billion young people between the ages of 12 and 35 are at risk of hearing loss due to exposure to noise in recreational settings. Hearing loss is not just an inconvenience, it's also a huge cost factor, both for the people suffering from it or the national health systems that cover the treatment. So what is better than treating hearing loss? Preventing it in the first place, of course. In fact, the majority of hearing loss in young people is due to preventable causes. Dave, PuroPro's founder, wanted to address this hearing loss epidemic and created the PuroPro Quiet, a volume-capped headphone for kids. This year, the company has released its first edition for adults, the PuroPro Hybrid Active Noise Cancelling and Volume Limited Headphones with built-in microphone. Studies show that hearing loss starts at volume levels of around 80 decibels. That's the volume of an alarm clock. If you believe the World Health Organization, you can safely expose yourself to that kind of noise for around 25 hours. But please don't try this at home, as I'm sure it would cause other neurological damage. When you increase the volume to 85 decibels, the equivalent of traffic noise, the permissible daily noise exposure drops to 8 hours. At 95 decibels, a motorbike driving by, you should limit your noise exposure to 50 minutes per day or less. So many headphones cross the safety threshold of 85 decibels at about 70% volume or less. And to protect your hearing, the PuroPro max out at 95 decibels, but the default volume cap is set to 85 decibels. And of course, they also come with active noise cancelling. So, should you invest in them for your hearing's sake? This is Tina Sieber for MakeUseOf.com, and if you continue listening, I'll fill you in on my full experience with the PuroPro active noise cancelling and volume limiting over-ear Bluetooth headphones. The PuroPro come in a lovely wooden box, and while I wasn't impressed with the PR claim that the packaging is environmentally friendly, I do have to admit that a wooden box is quite a statement, and it has definitely increased my expectations for the quality of this product. Inside the box, you'll find a carrying case which holds the folded down headphones, the USB charging cable, and an audio cable. I personally really like the PuroPro's design and the low-key branding. While some publications say it's dated, and that's actually true, I actually love the folding mechanism, which lets you wear the headphones flat on your chest, as I do right now, or fold them up into a tight bundle. It's a super practical feature that reduces the amount of space the headphones take up when you want to pack them. The ear cushions and headband are covered in smooth protein leather. The ear pads are replaceable, meaning you can fix them should they break down, or if you want to upgrade them to improve the passive noise isolation. I went into a little more detail on this in my article, and you'll find the link below in case you're interested. Overall, these headphones feel like a premium product. So next, let's have a look at the controls and connectivity. The PuroPro feature a standard set of buttons and ports. On the right ear cup, you'll find the ANC button that lets you toggle between ANC off, ANC 1, which filters out 32 decibels of background noise, and ANC 2, which provides 15 decibels of noise reduction. There is an audio jack, the on-off button, and a volume toggle that pulls double duty as the switch between the 85 and 95 decibel volume cap. Just press the plus and minus at the same time to trigger it. The right ear cup holds the micro USB charging port. I don't know why PuroPro Sound Labs chose not to use USB-C, but I thought this was disappointing. If all your other devices are on USB-C, you should probably think twice about adding micro USB headphones to your collection. So, I'm used to wearing headphones all day long, and I've been switching between about half a dozen over and in-ear headphones over the past few months. Not a single one of them felt uncomfortable. Unfortunately, the PuroPro were a bit too tight and hurt my ears. What helped, at least a little, was bending the headband and thus loosening the pressure on my ears. It was kind of nerve-wracking to do that though, because this is an expensive pair of headphones, and I really didn't want to break them before recording this video or taking photos for the article. Fortunately, they remained intact, and this temporarily did the job, but frankly, these headphones still wouldn't be my first choice for comfort. So, to be completely transparent, I don't have professional equipment which is needed to objectively test the sound quality, so please check out the article for the link to the headphone testing tools that I'm using. In short, these headphones passed all the basic quality tests. They produce the promised frequency range from 20 to 20,000 hertz, though to be transparent, my own hearing drops out at around 17,000 hertz. The internal wiring was set up correctly, the drivers were matched, and the bass didn't make the headphones rattle, and the tone used to test the bass remained pure and clear at all tested frequencies. More importantly, while testing the headphones with my favorite music, I never had to switch to the 95 decibels limit. The 85 decibels setting was more than enough to satisfy my own need for volume. Should you feel the need to switch to the 95 decibels level, however, remember that it's only safe for about 15 minutes per day. The PuroPro come with 40mm drivers and Puro Balance Response Curve technology, which aims to create a well-rounded sound. I particularly appreciated the pleasant bass and thought the overall sound was full and satisfying. While I couldn't quite shake the impression that the highs are somewhat muted and slightly canny, I much preferred the sound of the PuroPros over the more expensive Sony reference models that I compared them with, and you can find the exact model in the article. That said, the PuroPro aren't high-end headphones, so you can't really expect top-notch sound quality. Audiophiles should reach for the usual suspects, and remember that each brand has its own unique sound profile, so it all really comes down to personal preferences. I noticed that Puro Sound Labs didn't advertise the PuroPro's Bluetooth audio codecs, and that makes me think that you won't get anything beyond the standard SBC codec. While that's fine for streaming audio from Spotify and the like, audiophiles will notice the lack of quality once listening to a non-lossy format like FLAC. I also tested the active noise cancelling. Again, I lack professional testing equipment, so my tests are highly subjective and not very precise, but you can repeat anything I do at home and see how your subjective results compare. I played airplane cabin noise in the background while listening to a podcast and music on the headphones. I compared the PuroPro to the previously mentioned Sony's and another cheap pair of noise-canceling headphones. I found that the passive noise cancelling provided by the ear cushions was best in the Sony headphones, but I thought that the PuroPro were a close runner-up. This is actually a metric that you could easily improve by upgrading the ear pads. In my test setup, none of the headphones managed to completely filter out the white noise, but on the ANC1 setting, the PuroPro surprisingly could keep up with the Sony's. So with that, here comes my final verdict. Honestly, I'm not entirely convinced that you need to spend $200 on a pair of headphones that protect your hearing. You can achieve the same effect with volume limiting apps or by just consciously keeping the volume down. Moreover, if you buy your electronics in the EU, they should adhere to the EN 5033-2 standard. That's a European standard, which means that the volume should by default already max out at 85 decibels. But sometimes we all need some help with protecting ourselves from, well, ourselves. So if you're sold on the volume capping feature, maybe because you don't trust yourself or you want to gift these headphones to a reckless young adult, then the PuroPro are a great choice. The sound is convincing for its price class, and the battery life and noise cancelling are on par with much more expensive headphones from a few years ago. If on top of that, you can live with the micro USB charging and don't have a noggin as big as mine, and if you don't like the lack of advanced Bluetooth audio codecs, and if you appreciate the overall design, particularly the folding mechanism, you'll love the PuroPro. And that wraps up our PuroPro review. For more details on a chance to win a set of the PuroPro active noise cancelling and sound limited headphones, visit the full review on makeuseof.com, linked in the description below. You'll find the giveaway widget at the bottom of the article. Thanks for watching, and please subscribe to our channel if you want to catch our next review.